Hello everybody, BrioS here, and today we are looking at the Stalker that came in the recently released Hunter Pack. Recently released if you paid cash for it. And the Hunter Pack comes with this Stalker and a Phoenix Hawk. And I do express a bit of concern because these two variants are really strong, and I do worry that they power creep the other variants, making them kind of, well, weak compared to these. So I do hope the quotes they come in for the other Stalkers and the other Phoenix Hawk bring them up to the similar level as these. But with that being said, as I said, this is a really strong variant, but there's a concern of power creep of the other variants. This variant more specifically is the Stalker-7D. Bracket S for the special edition, which obviously comes with a really unique pattern and a 30% C-bill bonus. The UI says 35%, and that's because I'm also using a 5% C-bill bonus cockpit item that comes with the Hunter Pack. And all this being said, if you're willing to throw cash at PGI, the Hunter Pack is a really worth it pack to buy. Anyway, as for this variant, why is it so strong? It's mainly because of the hard points. It has 9 energy hard points in the side torsos, along with 1 missile hard point per arm. Do take note, the missile hard points are behind BrioS, so when they are close, you have a 20% damage reduction for the arms. And combined with the profile of the Stalker, all these egg-shaped profiles, it's also really tanky because you can just present right to take damage to your right torso, and then present left to take damage to your left, spreading the damage around. So similar to Marauders, Stalkers, and other similar profiles, if you know how to use the torso twisting, you can make these mechs really tanky. But anyway, let's get down to the build. So most people actually run a laser vomit build, but I'm actually making the Stalker-7D as a Brawler. Yep, a slow, chunky blimp of death that brawls the enemy to death, with 2 MRM-40s in the arm as the main weapons with 5 tons of ammunition. And what is devastating and the enemy really underestimates are the 9 small lasers in the center, the head and the torsos. And even though you might say, oh, small lasers are really short range, they don't sync with the MRM-40s, the idea is to sandpaper them to death with the MRM-40s, sneak up on them, and once you get within range, about 184 meters after skills for the small lasers, you could fire all of them together. And the total alpha for this weapon combination is actually pretty darn high. It's 113.75. That's over 110 points of damage. And don't forget the small lasers, they actually fire pretty darn fast. In fact, after skills, the cooldown is 2.25. A bit less than that, about 2.1 second. So that fires really fast. And the Stalker-7D also has a energy heat reduction of 5%. So even though it looks pretty darn hot, and it is hot, there's no denying it, it's actually cooler than it looks. So once you get within range of the small lasers, you just wreck the enemy with all these weapons. So anyway, with that being said, it also has a light fusion 300 engine with 18 double heatsinks to manage the heat, and it gives you a speed of 57.2. So not too bad, not too bad. So as for skills, if you look at the firepower tree, I've put in 45 SPs into the firepower tree. With the 2 MRM-40s as its main weapons, you want to go left and get these green nodes, 2 missile rack nodes to increase the ammunition in case you need it, because 5 tons for MRM-40s, 2 racks of them do disappear quite fast sometimes. Not a concern for me actually, but always good to play safe. 2 nodes of missile spread is really important for MRMs because the main flaw of MRMs is the spread. So with 2 nodes of missile spread, they decrease the spread by 5%. And another thing I'm looking for with my skill tree, I'm actually trying to get as many range nodes as possible because the small lasers have really short range. I don't use ER smalls because they are really hot. And when you boat 9 of them, that's a lot of additional heat. So with all this combination, I have a heat reduction of 10.5%, a cooldown reduction of 7.5%, and as I said, maximum range bonus of 15%. A bit of velocity bonus, 6%, because that benefits the MRMs. As for survival, I'm actually putting 16 into the left side. That gives you a 10.4% armor bonus and a 2.8 structure bonus. 10.4 armor bonus helps because the Stalker-7D has armor quirks for the torsos, so this is above and beyond those armor quirks. Mobility, it's a slow blimp. I rather focus on survival, so gonna sneak up on the enemy, so don't really need so much mobility. It would be nice, but you know, priorities. As for operations, because this build is a hot build, usual thing for operations tree, 20 SPs for 5 nodes of cool run for 10% heat dissipation, and 5 nodes of heat containment for increased capacity for of 15%. I'm also going for a 0 SP sensor tree because once you get used to hardcover, you can use hardcover. But if you're not comfortable, you can drop the survival and get sensor nodes on this sensor tree. Radar deprivation, that is, that would help. But I'm playing a bit risky, but that's fine. 10 SPs for auxiliary for 2 strikes and 2 cool shots with the cool shot cooldown to fire the second cool shot 25% faster. Because like I said earlier a few times, it's a hot build, and when you brawl, you want to be able to manage your heat nicely. In fact, being a stalker, you got quite a bit of structure, so don't worry about overheating too much. Don't push it too far, but you can take a bit of heat damage because you have the structure of an 85 tonner to soak that in. So that's it. That's the Stalker-7D Brawler build. Huge alpha, slow moving and short range, but once you get there, you're gonna wreck a lot of people. And with the 9 small lasers firing in every 2 seconds or so, you're gonna catch a lot of flankers by surprise because they think you're not ready, but your 9 micro smalls doing about 33 damage, I think, is just gonna wreck them. So anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna show you some gameplay, but in case you're wondering what other builds are there, actually the most common build for the Stalker-7D is actually the Laser Vomit. Mine is a bit different, so it's, by the way, they're both JZ builds. Thanks to JZ for all the signs for the stalkers, but he has over 100 plus stalkers, so yeah, he's the stalker expert. So this is the other build you can run. 4 large, 5 ER mediums. This is the most common build. If I were to run this, I'll use a Light Fusion 325 engine for a bit more speed than my previous version, about 62 kph, and it comes with 22 double heat sinks. So yeah, this is actually in theory more powerful, but I do like my MRM small laser brawler. So anyway, with that being said, with that being put aside, let's get down to the gameplay and let's show you some brawly stalker action. And of course, these are the better matches. Sometimes you just don't get into range, but they take some practice, so gotta be sneaky. So let's go. So here we find ourselves on the enhanced Viridian Bog map for the very first showcase match. And this cluttered map actually suits this build nicely because this is a short range brawler. So with all this cover, you can move from point to point pretty much unnoticed until you get into range of those small lasers especially, and you can wreck the enemy. And talking about this enhanced map, there weren't much changes to this map, so it was pretty well received by the community because, you know, people don't like change. But if you're wondering about the changes to this map, in a nutshell, the sides of the map were widened, and the Delta 7 had a nice ramp. There'll be a useful ramp, and the Charlie 5 Delta 5 corner are, well, useful, but with some dangers associated with it by going that way. But this is not a tactical showcase, this is a showcase of this stalker. So when you're using a brawler, a slow brawler like this, always keep an eye on the minimap and know where the team is, so you won't get left behind or caught out in the open because the team in quick play will just leave you behind. But right now we're moving up with the team, trying to keep close to ECMX if possible, and a bit of damage from initial fire is fine, but positioning is important. So with them being right in front of me now, let's go engage them and smash them.
New target.
Big force left side. So with a large enemy force on my left, not sure whether my team will push them or rotate to the right. So I'm in a rush to go up this slope. I'm just gonna move up slowly and react to the enemy movement.
Don't retreat, they're split, right side, push.
New target acquired.
Hellspawn, excuse me. Thank you. I'm going down low, gonna engage Bravo and his friend.
Override.
Looks like there's a push here. Time to brawl! Come on, Hellspawn. Don't step reverse into my face. Yeah, don't do what the Hellspawn did. Walk in front of the enemy and just reverse into the friends.
Acquired.
Hotel CT. Black Knight shoot to the right, please. So you can see my laser just smashing Hotel here. Zodiac, don't face tank. Team is pushing, which is good. Gonna support the push. 2 down already. Move, please. You're blocking all the assaults. Who will be out of position, taken out. Zodiac, I'm on your right. Keep moving. Keep going for Juliet Pancake. Don't stop. We have a glorious push here. 2 assaults leading the way. Lone Road Alpha. Nova comes out. He realizes he made a mistake and he goes down. Keep moving, Pancake. Watch our rear though. And we roll onwards. Gotta watch our rear in case the enemy chews it up.
I'm gonna go up the hill, Echo 5 and stop.
So my Brawl Assault doing what Brawl Assaults do best. Push forward, tank and smash the enemy.
New target acquired.
Friendly Phoenix Hawk, man at the mountain. Could you get that trebuchet?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn left here.
Acquired.
Okay, I'm turning around, heading up, turning back.
New
Yeah, that's
target
because from this
acquired.
angle my missiles in the arms can shoot downwards.
India,
Airstrike
coming in.
activated. New
See the choke
target
point, Delta 5,
acquired.
Echo 5? Just hold it.
Some calls we don't want to NASCAR.
New
4-3.
target acquired.
One dragon. Nice alpha from me. Tanky though, dragons.
New target acquired. Heat level.
Oh, Hellspawn, please. Don't stand next to me.
Yeah, this guy keeps reversing in front of the assaults. Oh, he has lurms? Okay, anyway.
Going for Echo 6 Banshee. Echo right torso.
Calling my
Watch out for
target.
Delta 5.
Calling my target so the team can focus fire. Spread the aggro.
Dropping down for Echo.
Critical.
Gonna jump down. YOLO! Oh,
Thank you.
he's dead. 6-3 though. Mop up time.
Destroyed. New target acquired.
India, left torso.
One dragon. There he is. Small lasers cycle fast, but not fast enough. Kilo comes in. Huge alpha. Caught the Black Liner. And with that it's 8-4. So Black Liner tries to run. I'm too slow to chase. Oh, looks as though I won't be able to get any more kills. It's quite a massacre. All these fast mags are just gonna run around and take all the kills. There's the Black Liner. Able to do a bit of damage. But yeah,
New target.
there he goes.
Cougar Snake, good job. We have this.
Yep, with 9-4. Match is a foregone
New
conclusion.
target acquired.
Hopefully I can find one or two mags to try to take out my left torso.
New target acquired.
That's when I hope to get one more kill. One timber,
Destroyed.
he goes down.
Good work.
Hello again, Hellspawn. So with the last mag running around, trying to pick us off one by one and my stalker being slow, as you can see, I am fast forwarding this section. As you could see from this match, this build actually packs a lot of firepower and that catches the enemy by surprise. So often when you smash them with a full alpha, 113 points of damage, they go whoa and then they start shielding and reversing. And that's when your small lasers cycle and you can do more damage. So anyway, we've killed the last mag, it's a Black Liner. So let's get down to the end screen. So in this performance, you'll be surprised how much damage this build can do once you get into range. Not only because of the huge alpha of 113.75, but the small cycle fast also. 1035 damage is a 1000 damage game, 2 kills, 2 solo, 3 KMDDs, and a very nice match score of 576. So as you could see on the last match on Bog, this Brawler Assault brawls really nicely once you get into range, and of course that is quite difficult sometimes. With the huge alpha of 113 points and the 9 small cycling very fast every 2.1 thereabouts seconds, you do 30 over damage. That's pretty darn good, albeit with a very short range. And talking about short range, here we have another match on a short range map. This is Solaris City, and I'm actually trying to keep pace with the assaults because assaults are best moving with the other assaults, so we can share armor and I can bring my firepower to bear.
New target
Oh, there they are,
acquired.
Delta 4. So not the best spot for me. A bunch of heavies with lasers with range. I don't have range, but I'm gonna drop a strike and move up. Delta 4, engagement at Delta 4. Do a bit of damage and confuse them. MRMs do some damage at this range, but not much due to the spread.
Strike online.
Will I need some help here? Delta 4.
New target acquired.
Focus their assaults, please. Not the best spot for me. Don't have the range to fight properly. Not in this engagement.
New target acquired.
Okay, they've got 3 or 4 mechs trying to get in the center from Delta 4.
Yeah, they need some support on my right, so I'm gonna redeploy. Support those on my right. I've got no range, so I'll cover the right side.
They do have assaults in the center.
Yep. Gandalf coming to you. Yeah, good comms. Gonna support this area here. In case they push through, which I hope they do. Gotta be careful, don't really want to overcommit.
Override.
Oh, this Marauder 2C very aggressive. Gonna support him.
New
Take
target
turns.
acquired.
So as he shoots, I take cover. When I shoot, he takes cover. Fire and twist. Spread the damage. Oh, there are a lot of mechs here. I'm gonna pull back a bit.
Target acquired.
No point YOLOing straight into the enemy. Please don't stand behind me, thank you. This Marauder 2C, Rotwa is pretty aggressive, so I'm gonna move
Alpha Osiris.
advance slowly.
New target acquired.
Foxtrot's in trouble there. He's being focused by 2 assaults. Lerms come in, spreading the damage. Moving to the trouble. Moving to this building on my right has hard cover. Protect me from the Lerms. So that's the Lerm boat on my right. So, gonna see where I can find it. There it is.
Critical death.
Lerm boats tend to stand still. Warhammer 2C, left torso. So it takes a nice big alpha. Delta 4, you need to turn right a bit. Go 5 guys, good work. So 2-0, Rotwa turn left, I will support you. Telling this stuck behind you. Telling this Marauder 2C to push so I can go a bit wider.
Alpha's leg.
We have them in a pincer, shut out Foxtrot.
New target.
So it's time to push in.
Heat sink destroyed.
Oh, 1 Centurion there. Brawly guy, but I cannot brawl him. And he has a Marauder 2C in his side. Nice push, 7 deal. Which takes him out, let's mop up. And with that pincer maneuver, that Kane,
Target acquired.
it's 7-0. Yeah,
New
you did
target
good work.
acquired. Target destroyed.
Yeah, Rotwa and the Marauder 2C did really well. Pushed hard, tanked for us.
Spirit is so freaking hot, but awesome.
Target.
So this is a stomp.
Target destroyed.
9-0 now.
New target
Definitely mop up.
acquired.
Hopefully I can get a kill. Oh, I touched that Raven.
2 over there.
New target acquired.
Wasn't really an optimal range for my smalls most of the time.
New target
But I have
acquired.
MRMs, so it's fine. Damage is damage.
New target
Right torso caught,
acquired.
so somebody might try to come in,
Target destroyed.
take my torso, get some damage before they lose. I guess we got this. Oh, this is a massacre. Last one's a DC. 11-0.
Their last guy.
And the last one's a disconnect. So let's fast forward. So with the last mech DC, it's just a matter of time before the fast guys run in and smash him. If you look at the minimap, the light's already going in, smelling blood. Poor Jaeger mech. And yeah, so wasn't able to get into optimal range for my weapons, but it was a massacre, so it's a pretty good match. So Small's not always in optimal range, but still 904 damage, 4 KMDDs, smashing the enemy. Kinda feel bad because it's a stomp. Probably 500 over max score. Yep, 512. So ladies and gents, that's it for this really deadly Brawl Stalker. And with this amount of firepower, you can just delete lots of mechs. And thanks to JZ for the build, because this is a JZ build, the Stalker guy. And I hope you like it. So anyway, till next time guys, try different builds. This mech is powerful and I will see you guys around. Ciao.